One of the reasons why I started this channel is because I did notice that there's a lot of bad advice out there. And the bad advice is coming from people who have been hurt. But people who are hurt, people who are offended, they don't give good advice. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. You know what we do here on this channel? We react to relationship stuff. Please leave a like on the video, comment, and subscribe. Today's video, let's check it out.
So I learned this lesson last year, and it's one I recommend everyone learn sooner rather than later. Just yesterday, a friend called me having a panic attack in her car because her boyfriend had called her an hour before and said that he loved her, all of these nice things, and that his family can't wait to meet her for Thanksgiving. An hour and a half later, and this is no exaggeration on the timeline, called her back and said that he is a high-value man and that he can do better than her, but she will never be able to do better than him, and that it's over, and then hung up before she could even say anything.
What?
I've had friends where their date will leave in the middle of the date while they're in the bathroom. I've had friends whose boyfriends will break up with them on their birthday, on days of death, on graduation, boyfriends
on days of death,
girls on their birthday trip. And this is just the last year. This is just 2023. Personally, when this happened to me, I decided that I was going to take the next year to not date anybody, and it was the best decision that I could have ever made for myself.
Okay.
I accomplished every single goal that I had this year. Just bought a new car, about to move into a beautiful apartment, happiest I've ever been, more peace.
It's the usual stuff, guys.
I'm surrounded by so many different types of love that I don't really feel like anything's missing. And that's not to say
that's a lie.
And I'm literally sure that I will. But as a girl who has high standards and values, you cannot vet for a man blindsiding you. I consider myself very
you can.
And it happened to me. Even looking back now, I'm like, I could have never predicted that. Be careful, invest in yourself. Just invest in yourself. The right person will come along, but be very picky. Do not let everybody just date you. It is not worth it. It is not worth your peace. It is not worth your time. Don't do it.
This one is an interesting one. First of all, I'm going to call Kat. I'm going to call lies on all the scenarios that she mentioned, especially once I heard that a man called to break up with someone on the day of their death. I think she just said all those words to kind of beef up her point, which is that you can't vet for a man breaking your heart, which to be fair, guys, you know, I talk about this all the time. I believe strongly that if you do what you're meant to do, if you choose well, look at their character, you minimize or vet the crap that's going on out there. The problem we're having right now out there is girls are going after bad boys, they're going after stupid men, deadbeats. I did a video here before where a man was confessing to having 7 kids with 7 different baby mamas. Those are 7 women who chose him. So that's the problem we're having over there. But if you do that, if you do, kind of have your head screwed on, you can minimize. We're not saying it's impossible, but you can minimize a lot of the heartache that's going on out there. So I'm going to call lies on all that scenario that she painted. But also another thing that annoys me with the dating scene right now is that people get online and talk about it and then talk about how it's not important to them. They're just going to focus on themselves. The fact that you're on here talking about it shows that this is an issue. It shows that this issue is important to you and you were hoping to have the ideal version, but because you got your heart broken, you start to cope with these focus on myself, I'm not going to be dating anymore, blah, blah, blah. All men are trash. That's what happens when you fail. And it is what it is in terms of when there's failed relationship, people don't tend to look inward and find out what they did wrong. They just cast all the stones on the person opposite in front of them. And it's very rare that all those stones belong to the person opposite them. Sometimes you didn't do the right thing. Sometimes you weren't patient. Sometimes you didn't choose the right guy. I get what she's trying to say. She mixed in a bit of some good advice in there, but really and truly the whole thing she was saying made absolutely no sense. And I definitely don't agree with the fact that you can't vet for somebody breaking your heart. One of the reasons why I started this channel is because I did notice that there's a lot of bad advice out there. And the bad advice is coming from people who have been hurt. But people who are hurt, people who are offended, they don't give good advice. All the people who are out there, whether it's the red pill people, they're offended. Feminists are also offended, especially the modern feminists, which is why I don't like modern feminists. I believe the old feminism, they had a selfless goal for women and they did amazingly. But the modern feminism are offended at men. They just want men to just, disappear from from the face of the earth. And men who are in the manosphere and the red pill are offended at the women who are in feminism because of how they're treating men. So offended people don't give good advice. So this is one of the reasons why I started this channel, guys, because I believe at least out of the 100 channels or out of the 100 people who are talking about let men die and or misogyny, and then the men are saying you don't need women, at least there'll be channels like this that will tell you, look, there's a middle ground. And I hope that my channel gives you that. What do you guys think of what I'm saying? Do you agree with the girl? Do you think I'm going the other direction and actually she's right? Do you agree that you can't vet for somebody breaking your heart? Or do you actually believe me that actually if you do all you can, you minimize those things happening to you, you minimize divorce happening to you, especially if you choose somebody who is like-minded like you, right? You don't choose a partner based on your looks and stuff like that. There's things that are deeper than that. Yes, it's good to be attracted, but you need to spend time with a person and know whether your values align. Do you agree with me on that? Or do you think actually, look, it's a 50-50 dice, you make it and it's all good, but sometimes the other side of the coin, people don't make it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.